Hi everybody, what's up? How you doing? I'm going live. So got some friends, live commentary. So it might be a little bit weird because it's my first time doing live. So I just uploaded my first video and I might as well start doing everybody live. Stuff like that. Hold on. I mean, I'm on live right now, but gotta figure out how to use these stuff because your girl trying to be all bougie and stuff, and it ain't working too well. But it's a start. It's a start. You can't blame me. It's a start. So anyway, we're doing well. Everybody doing well here. We're all cool. We're all pretty decent. I mean, we doing well. So by doing that, but it was a little bit popular to talk about that to everybody. Okay, but okay. So anyway, yeah, I gotta make sure that everybody's figuring out where I am and stuff like that. So I gotta invite so stuff like that. So I have to share. But yeah, your girl is doing, she's doing well. I made it a little bit big. And, I did some stuff. Doing stuff and stuff already. So, I'm trying to learn how to, do this kind of stuff right here. Because, your girl don't know how to use this. She don't know how to use the whole Discord, because I try to get Discord, but this Discord stuff is too much. So I had to figure out what's going on, loud age restriction, stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm on here. I'm on here, so I mean, there's that. But otherwise than that, authorizing apps and stuff like that. So connections and everything. So your girl's a little bit, new to this thing. She's a little new to this. So, you know, give me some slack. Give me a little bit of a, disperse because, your girl here, she's trying to make it big. So, right now she's trying to do it big. So I got Discord. You guys could, check me out on Discord. And it's a little weird right now. So everything has been connected. So hope you guys follow me. Hope you guys check me out. Stuff like that. So hope you guys could check me out, film it, whatever it is, because your girl's trying to make it big. I'm always on YouTube and stuff like that. But just open chat and stuff like that. So anybody want to follow me on here? Anybody want to? Okay. So yeah, so that's what's going on right now, and I hope you guys really enjoy. I hope you guys like my stuff, and I hope you guys enjoy it, because this is new to me. This is so. But anyway, so sorry. Okay, so I put that all together. So it's live. So in case if anybody want to take a look at it, we could do. Well, yeah, I know what you guys say. Wow. And yeah, I know. The camera. Let me fix it. Because I know I might freak out people. Let me fix it. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Girl. Still. Yeah, I know. It's I'm working on it. Okay. This is my first time doing stuff like that. So I'm working on it. So give me some slack, okay? Because I know a lot of people want to say something negative. So whatever it is. But you can follow me on TikTok too. So I hope TikTok knows I'm here, but whatever. So Anywho, you can see by the title of it, these are my my all-time favorite horror films. Yesterday, I did some of the worst horror films that I wish to never see. When it rose, my friends like, "Don't do that. That was me. You should have sat down." Well, it's my opinion. Horror is my opinion. You know, you asked and I gave. So that's beside the point. The point of the matter is this. This is gonna be live. So anyway, who cares? But still, my favorites. They're your opinions. I was gonna do honorable mentions, but don't really know that much. So I mean I took down notes. Have my notebook favorites. And also got online too, because my friend said you gotta have a spreadsheet because sometimes people use things online and stuff. So I'm like, well, I don't know how to do half of this stuff. So, there's that. So besides that point, besides it all, I am, really, 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 is trying to really get out there and do something different that I feel like I could do. And even though it may be crazy with stuff like that, but I mean, at least what I'm doing, I love doing this. And so far, even though I may be new to this, I'm just gonna see how I'm gonna do. So we're gonna get started straight to the thing, straight to wait, whatever it is. We're gonna get straight to it. So here's what we're gonna do. So I'm going to introduce myself. And I'm going to make sure that people, first thing, this is opinion, this is my opinion. This is not to be rude, this is not to be mean. We're all here to have some fun. And what we're gonna do is that, we're gonna keep it our own way. Okay, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it our way. We're gonna make sure that people would do this. Yeah, we're just gonna have fun. So that's all we're gonna do because I don't know what I'm doing here. Public services, stuff like that, whatever. But this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna have fun. We're just gonna be cool. That's all there is to it. So let's get to it and let's try our best to get there. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So yeah, so whatever there is to it. So, but so that's what's happening right now. So, um, gotta make sure all my shit's together. gotta make sure that everything's together. So this is my live. So I hope everybody, want to make sure that everything is together. So make sure that all my notes are together because even with this, I can't remember notes. I can't. I'll try to, but you gotta make sure you have your computer notes, these notes, those notes, everything notes. Won't remind me. So I gotta make sure that I do all my reminders. So that's pretty much it. So here goes nothing. Here is my favorite all time favorite horror films. And it's gonna be uploaded because I'm gonna have to cut time because I got to do some stuff. But here goes nothing. This is just gonna be my talk. So the first on the list, let me just open my list. Make sure that you have everything I need. You want to make sure that your lists are professional. And all right, so we already did that already. Boo boo, whatever. So yes, my favorite horror films of all time. So I'm going to start with honorable mentions. I don't do honorable mentions. These are just horror films I think are good, but they just didn't make the cut because either A, I forgot about it, or B, I can't remember off the straight of my head. But I will do a YouTube video. This is just my live. So here goes nothing. So honorable mentions have to go to, I mean, I know it's sinful pretty much, but honorable mention has to go to Halloween 4. I'm going to call it Halloween 3 because yesterday you already see what I said about Halloween. So, you know, that kind of stuff. Those kind of stuff. Yeah. So Halloween 4, it was good, but it missed by just a bunch on my list because technically a lot of people want to say this was the best Halloween. Part 5 was, but I debate that part 4, but it just didn't make the cut on my list. So unfortunately, I had to put an honorable mention. I will, with the next list coming into October, I will be making a new list. So, but unfortunately for right now, it's just honorable mentions. Another honorable mentions, of course, has to go to uh, this one film, which I think a lot of people should probably look into. It is really great. There's a secret in my soup. It actually is a horror film, but it's actually based on an actual crime. So I think you could probably call it crime horror if you really want to, because it's actually based off the Hello Kitty murderers. And you can Google that. And that whole stuff is crazy that they made that to a horror film called There's a Secret in My Soup. So it's pretty good. It was a Hong Kong category 18, which is kind of like a video nasty for Hong Kong, and it was pretty good. I mean, I've seen it a couple of times on YouTube. So if it's still on YouTube, please, 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 YouTube, do not take it down. You put in some categories like the adult section because that movie's dope. That movie's dope. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to see if it's on if it's on here. I'm sorry because I'm definitely gonna watch it after this. Um, but yeah, that was the one film. But unfortunately, even though we all say that it is a horror film, a lot of people call it more of how should I say this? A thriller slash suspense. To me, it's horror, but to save time and not fight anybody on YouTube. Okay, sure. So we're just gonna put an honorable mention, but best believe I will make a list. Whatever. So let's start. My little book. and we're gonna do it. So here it is. We're not gonna do it with like number one, number two, number three. No, we're just gonna come right off the bat until I get tired, and then we can probably just figure it out right there. Okay. So my next good favorite all time best movie of all time that is also my favorite, which I completely wholeheartedly really love, but I do mean love because this film is the best film ever, and I don't give a damn what everybody says. The best film on my list of all time has to go to House on Haunted Hill. Now, I'm not talking about the 90s remake of House on Haunted Hill. I'm not talking about that because during the early thousands and stuff, a lot of, films were being remade by them, and it was kind of like, huh? You don't understand, like why some of these films, well, some of these Vincent Price films were getting remade. You were like, why was this getting remade? So it was kind of a moment, but I'm talking about the black and white Vincent Price classic House on Haunted Hill. I mean, Vincent Price, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna call out even some of Vincent Price's worst films are best films. Okay, sorry, that's chocolate. Just chocolate. It's the best. It's a story about this eccentric billionaire and his wife inviting these 7 people, to this haunted house to spend a night there for $1 million. all assume ghosts, monsters, secrets, dead bodies. Everything is happening around this location. And I mean, even though which to me, which was like one of the best films or everything. I mean, you just have to sit there and just like, wow, what is this film? This film is freaking dope. Like that kind of film. Like you sit there, you watch the film, you really go around here. Sorry, my friend talked that out. Like you really have to sit there and just say, this is a madness. Like this is crazy. But it's so well done. It is to me, this is the best haunted house horror film since The Haunting. And I think it came out around the same time, but at Willem Castle, the king of gimmicks, pretty much by that time, they did their movie, they did their share, and I really think that movie is really one of the best. So I really do find this message to me. I really do find this film to be one of those type of films that you guys sit there and say, "Wow, this is the film. This is the film that people are talking about. This is the film that everybody really need to see." Vincent Price, best thing ever. Best film. This is literally considered one of his best films. This and House of Wax, the original. Yeah, the Technicolor one, the one that introduced 3D. You know, that film was really much dope. But this one right here, House on Haunted Hill by William Castle, this was his finest work. So that was on my list. So I'm really happy about that. So could make that on our list. So that's my film. And plus, usually if the films that I like, you can also watch it on TCM. If you got Prime, it cool. It's on Prime. So, best trust and believe. You can see. They ain't no excuse about you not seeing it, because you can't see it for real. So there's that. I should probably write that down. Probably write down all the TMC, probably TCM. You know, I don't have sponsors. I wish I have sponsors, but I don't have sponsors yet. I would like to. I would like to have sponsors because technically it would be very happy for me. I need new equipment. But that kind of thing. So House on Haunted Hill, the 60s version. Matter of fact, I got that written down right here. So that way, people will, try to say have a bunch offer that way, but I don't care. But yeah, best film ever. I do agree that you just have to see it, and I don't care, But the remake 1956 original classic House on Haunted Hill is better than the remake with Tyson Gibbs. Was it Trey Gibbs? Sorry. But yeah, that's it. Another great horror film, which I think everybody should probably just Google, watch it, somehow watch it, get a hold of it, grab it, whatever, fast as you could. My all-time favorite film that's on the list is A Chinese Ghost Story. I live and breathe and die for Leslie Chung. R.I.P. him, may he rest heavily. Best film he did in his career. I don't give a damn. That in a sense, but A Chinese Ghost Story. Oh, come on. That was the film. That was my film. I had to literally hunt, scavenge just to find this film. It's a story about this tax collector that goes to this village that has this haunted house or a haunted graveyard, fall in love with a beautiful woman, and then you have this monk who's trying to kill this beautiful woman. And we don't know why until plot twist, spoiler alert, this beautiful woman's a ghost who's being held against her will against the tree god that wants to marry her to the demon lord. And it has comedy, horror, a little bit of drama, romance. It got everything. And martial arts. So if you like martial arts, you like everything that I just listed, this film is for you completely. And also, I got the soundtrack downloaded from the Chinese Ghost Story that Leslie Chung actually sung. Also on Amazon. Amazon, please sponsor me. I mean, everything I found on Amazon. But I literally had to hunt and literally, I had to hunt on eBay just to get this movie. And it came with the sequel pack. Now, A Chinese Ghost Story Part 2, it's okay. It's not the worst because you can never top a sequel. It was okay. It brought some, the characters from Part 1 back and also some new characters. It was okay. It was alright. It was okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was alright. It was cool. Yeah, like, you ever sit there like, okay, whatever. That was the film, but the first one is iconic. I have a book that's called "100 Horror Films You Must See Before You Die," and it is on that list. And and I can vouch for that completely. I can't play the whole song because it might get copyrighted on YouTube, but yeah, plus my pronunciation in Mandarin. Sorry, still learning. But Leslie is just adorable in the film. He's the best hero in the whole film. Okay, I think he was one of the best. I know a lot of people really, then they made a remake. Sometimes you don't really have to make remakes of classics, especially a Chinese ghost story. I mean, that film by itself is off the hook. You have to see it. It's just chef kiss. You have Joey Wang as the beautiful damsel. You have Wu Mai as the monk that's trying to redeem himself. Everybody, best villain, best soundtrack, best love interests, everything. This film is for you. So I'm going to vouch for that. And pretty much after I get off this video or get offline, I am going to watch that film because I did have it on Prime Video. So I know that. You know that. I really am happy about this. This stuff is just chef kiss for me, downloads for me. I don't care. I don't care. I will vouch for it. It is gold. It is gold. And I mean I even downloaded House on Haunted Hill in color. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. The 1959, I forgot to mention that. The 1959, because I had to look at it, they just released it in color on Amazon Prime. After you come off here, you need to see it because it's in color now. So I'm hyped. So Halloween ain't coming fast enough, bro. It need to come down because I already making this. Also, go see Hocus Pocus. As a matter of fact, my all-time favorite film is Hocus Pocus. That's on this list. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, they're back again in part 2. I repeat, they're back again in part 2, so I'm already hyped about it because this is the first film that introduced me to like witches. That or look at the Wizard of Oz. But this one right here was pretty much like as a kid, you're like, what is this? But it's so funny. I mean, they're like, to me, they were the only introduction to the whole thing of villains that are so funny that you really don't know that they're villains. Like, they're the type of villains that you really like, but you really don't want to hate them. Like, we're supposed to hate the witches, but they're so cool that we actually like them. That's the whole thing. It's like you know they're the bad guys, but they're just so charming and funny that you're like, let them eat the children. Let them eat the children. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Like that kind of stuff. I know that is so rude. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Bette Midler and I think Sarah Jessica Parker was also in the film. I think they were both in the First Wives Club. I think they were. I think they were both in First Wives Club because, you know, Bette Midler's character is like the first wife, and she sees her husband with the new wife at the Kristen is like, oh, that's a dress. Where's the rest of it? That kind of thing. Sarah Jessica Parker plays the new woman, the second wife. So I guess it's really great that they decided to team up again. So I'm really, 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 really excited. I can't wait. But the first one is really charming. The first one is really cool. You already know witches coming back from their long eternal slumber, and they realize that time for us to do it again. Time for us to hunt for more children, and stuff like that. And you just sit there, you just go, I know I'm not supposed to like them, but I like them. I know we're supposed to be scared of them, but I like them. Kathy Nemia, because I wrote down her name. She was also in Sisters Act 1 and 2 as the sweet little nun. Oh, okay. So they cast a lot of good characters for this. And yes, I don't give a damn. It is a horror film. They eat children. Okay. Okay. A lot of people are like, it's kind of a family thing. We don't know if it's hard. As a kid, it was hard for us. I'm scared to death. Okay. They're witches. They're really eat children. That's the only thing Disney did well for kids like that. That and probably Adam's Family. The cartoon and the live action. But the live action in the 90s of the Adam's Family. I want to do a list for kids' films that I remember, but Hocus Pocus is my favorite horror film. Family horror film. Yeah, if you want to really look at it that way. But, a lot of people are up to date, but to me, I don't care. It's a horror film for me, and I don't really give a damn. I mean, I could put Adam's Family 1 and Adam's Family Values, but that's probably for another time. So, but on my list, Hocus Pocus is the best horror film ever made. Now, another great horror film. These are two horror films that came from the Grand Master of the Pen, Dangerous Master of the Pen, Master of Horror, the goddamn writer, our generation of Edgar Allan Poe, the one and only Mr. Stephen King. So these two films, I had to put them on the list. And the first one had to go to the one and only Mrs. Carrie White, Carrie, ladies and gentlemen. Give that girl her roses. Ending best revenge ever. Period. Oh, I could stand everybody. And a lot of people were like, Carrie was the villain. She wasn't really the villain. The school was the villain. Okay. The school itself was a nightmare. They were the villains. Okay. Her mama should have been the main villain. Her mama pretty much made all those telenovela mothers look like they got the shit together. That right there, she should have been the main villain. That's what it was. Okay. I will fight that. Carrie White is not the villain. She is the tragic heroine that said, I have had enough. All y'all go and proceed to do that. You splashing blood on a prom queen on her special day and laugh? Oh no. No. Them fight words, okay? Them somebody about to catch hands. That's what it was. And Carrie used her mind and her magic and wiped them all out completely, even though it was sad that she, spoiler, had to get rid of the counselor, but the counselor had to come too. I mean, you mean to tell me you dragged that other girl out? No, everybody, including her, underneath the table, spoiler alert, should have been burned. Everybody. I mean, you dumb. You could have duck and dodge, but in the book, the counsel lady and I think two other students survived. I know the remake that they did with Chloe. Her name, Chloe. I got notes, okay, guys. I got notes, okay. I just gotta do checking. Your girl. This is new, okay. Leave me alone. It's new. Kimberly Price directed the remake, but I mean the remake is shot by shot. Chloe Grace Munchausen played Carrie White. And I know that they based it off of the book. The whole thing is based it off of the book. And it is it's difficult. Okay. It's difficult, you know. It is okay. They based it off of the book because originally the book, the counselor was supposed to live. In the remake, Brian De Palma, another grandmaster, Brian De Palma also did, Dress to Kill, another great classic film. He's like, nah, bruh, nah, everybody go get the smoke. Everybody get the smoke. That's pretty much it was. And I didn't know that him and Stephen King had a feud. Like, they had it out, especially with him and Stanley Kubrick for The Shining. Another great Stephen King film. But I mean, look, Stephen King work got remade by some good artists. Some, not all, because during the 90s when they made TVs, you have to somehow sit there and say not everything should be made, except it. It was a 2-part miniseries, so it counted out that thing. Yeah, whatever. But Carrie White, and I'm not talking about the Chloe one. I'm not talking about. I am talking about Brian De Palmer's Carrie starring Sissy Spacek. That girl right there went ham. The slow burn, everybody getting hands. It wasn't until like after the very end when she's like, you know what, all you get is smoke. I'm taking this whole stamp school down. And she proceeded to do that. She even managed to take John Travolta out. Yeah, John Travolta was in the film as well. Yeah, right around the time the whole Welcome Back Carter. I think he did Grease about 2 years later, I think. So I'm gonna Google that public. But yeah, she took him out in that Grease Latin, that's for sure. Burned him completely. And it just when you thought that, you know, everybody got the smoke because that one girl made it out alive. Now Carrie's like, "No, I'm gonna fuck you up in your dreams." And at the end, we all remember the ending with the girl walking to the dead grave. We all remember that, and she got her revenge as well. So there's that. So, but whatever. Carrie White is officially the best horror film of all times in my list. You want to reach out and beat the crap out of every last one, for real. And I think literally a lot of people just got mad. It wasn't them getting scared. A lot of people were getting scared. We were mostly getting mad. Like, we were pissed off, angry. Like, we were like, Carrie, girl, just do something. Just do something. Just do something. Like you really want to, Carrie do something. To find the prom came and she let loose, and we were like, get done, Carrie. Go, best friend. That's my best friend. She's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. So Carrie White and Carrie, girl, you earned your flowers, okay? They messed up your pre-dress, but you ruined everyone's lives. And you know what? That's okay. Now, The Rage Carrie Part 2. I don't know. I mean, hey, at least the main villain in that one died finally. So I guess maybe that was the best thing. She's a school counselor now. Like, did we not just remember what you did to the last girl that went to your school? Are you a school counselor? Okay, bitch. Like that kind of moment. But we all love Carrie. And if you don't get Carrie, go Google it. Google the one with Brian De Palma directed it. But, Sissy Spacek as Carrie, that is the best. Cinematography, soundtrack, everything, that's the best. That's the best. Gold. Gold. Another film that's by Stephen King, which is one of the best, if not one of the best, my personal favorites, has to be Christine. And I know this, girl. Why you pick two movies that name girls? Because I think it's funny. And yes, Christine, the car. I heard of people loving the car, but Christine, that was my favorite film because that girl was the car. The car was the main chick. Okay? The car was the main chick, and the driver was her boo. Bitch, who the hell are you? That's pretty much like anybody that was making fun or was making fun of her looks or was making fun of her man, they end up getting the smoke. They end up becoming road meat. Roadkill. Okay? They got ran over. That's for sure. And I loved it because the car, especially the scene where she glue in the dark and try to strangle the girl inside the car. I'm like, okay, girl. All right, boo boo, you doing that? You strangle a girl in your car with magical powers? Okay. All right then. I mean, I mean, it's just too funny. I mean, it's just funny. It's just fun. I love Carrie. I mean, I love Christine and Carrie. That sounds like a name for like a TV show, shit like that. I mean, my God, I love that film. I love that film. That film is just completely pathetic, but it's so delicious. It's so delicious. It really is. It was just great. It was just great. It's just great. But Christine, it's just really, really that great. I mean, this film is great. But I think what makes it even great is because like I like cars. And you got that kind of car and you just like really like it because I think it was like a Chevy. And the amount of times that poor car got wrecked through that whole goddamn movie, and she just popped herself back together. I said, "Now, see, that's a bad beat. that's a bad beat. That's a bad beat." She done came out and just popped herself back open. Just said, "You think you gonna get rid of me? Oh, me? Oh no, honey, I'm not going anywhere." And just proceeded. There was in one scene where this guy was running for his life, and the car was on fire, and the girl in the car was still driving. I sat there. I said, "You go, girl. You go, girl, for your man. Yes, you may be on fire." But you did that for your man. You go, girl. Like that kind of stuff. And I know my friends are like, "That is so wrong. How can you be so happy about that?" I'm like, so I'm a crazy individual. And the what? Like that kind of you go, Christine. Okay, that was a good movie. That was a good movie. I will vouch for people that movie is a really really good film because I really do think that Christine and Carrie are two of my favorite films that I will cherish. And not only that, but my favorite director of all time, John Carpenter, directed that film. Okay, you already know him. The grand person with Halloween and the thing. He did Christine. I mean, okay, because like that was gold. Okay, that was gold. That was gold. I don't give a dang. It was a 1958 Paramount Fury, and yes, she was a Fury because she ran over everybody in that goddamn film, and I don't have a give a damn. So whatever. That feels great. She stood by her man. She stood by Ernie and she did it well. And you know what? I don't care. Because guess what? Ernie was her man. And she was not gonna let anybody come between her and her man. Yes, even though she is a car, we don't care. That's her man. That's her man. So whatever. But I'm probably gonna do another video about this because this is my live. The channel. But that's just it. So Carrie and Christy, congratulations, you both share that countdown together. So good job. All right, another one of my favorite films that I love, absolutely, and I think everybody should probably see it. And I think everybody should see it because it is just that good of a film. And I will vouch for it. I will stand by this film. And I don't care because I watched this film to death. I even saving up money to get the box set and special edition for it, and I will vouch for it. And my favorite film that I'm going to put on this, which to me is really the quintessential best. This film was the pinnacle of 80s horror films ever. The soundtrack is iconic. The characters are iconic. Some of the lines, well, that's because you're eating maggots. My brother, you're a vampire. My brother is a vampire. Wait till mom hears about this. You already know what that is. You already know who it is. You already know when it comes. And you already know all the memes about the sax guy. I am talking about the Lost Boys, okay? The Corys, okay? Come on now. I mean, come on now. This was the vampire film of the 80s that everybody remember. That's like you have The Howling, which I think was pretty much a toss-up between which wolf, but that's going to be a debate. But The Lost Boys? That was 80s horror classic right there. That screamed 80s. Big hair, synthesizers, saxophones, music, everything about that whole film. Even the freaking title, The Cry Little Sister. I mean, come on now. I'm on TikTok and I always say that's the best film that ever made during the 80s. Because it was. I mean, come on now. There's no way that you can sit there and say, I don't know what the Lost Boys. Everybody in your mama name, even your great grandma know about who the Lost Boys were. Lost Boys was classic, okay? Lost Boys was the shit. All right. That bullshit 2 sequels that they did straight to DVD, nah, man. That was a proper damn sequel. That was crap. They need to do a proper sequel. They need to do a proper one in theaters with something. And I don't care what anybody say. I'm going to say this because I'm blue in the face. Grandpa was officially the baddest character ever. He was like Michael Jordan came on the freaking court and already put 3-pointer and already won the game. And he was mostly on the bench the whole time. That's what he was. That's what Grandpa was. When they found out, spoiler alert, that the lead vampire was still alive, Grandpa came out of nowhere and pierced that dude with his car with his dog. The one thing I hate about Santa Carla, all these damn vampires. Grandpa knew before the hit the fan. Grandpa knew. Grandpa sat there like, nah, bro, why we gotta move to Santa Carla? I don't trust this place, nah. I mean, come on now. Grandpa knew. Go Grandpa. But everybody else, they did that thing, though. Especially, the boys who try to tell one thing about vampires. It could be everywhere. You know about vampires? It's like, nah, bro, I know what the hell. Like conspiracy theory, like, nah, they're probably vampires in the city. They're everywhere. That kind of shit. But let me tell you something, the boys knew exactly what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. With all those glam rock vampires. Vampires with freaking Aquanet hairspray. That's all I could think of. That hair is like, damn, bro. That's a lie, man. But the film itself, oh, come on now. That film was the shit. Okay, that film was the shit. That film is gold. I try not to swear too much because you don't know what's going on with YouTube, but whatever. But that was it. This was it. This was it. This was the horror film that everybody was talking about. You have to see this. You know what I'm saying? But I be on eBay trying to find the DVD set. I was on everything goes on DVD set. The second print thing, but I mean that film was just gold. That film was just. I mean, it introduced me to the Doors. People are strange when you are stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Yo, I know they're probably gonna get me with that. I'm sorry. Copy strike that. I'll probably redo it. Sorry. But if you don't know who the Doors is, Google. But yeah, you should know who the Doors are. Okay, they're the best. Okay, because those were some soundtracks. Okay, that whole soundtrack for the Lost Boys was dope. Okay, I know I know that the soundtrack to the Lost Boys was dope. I know that probably somebody had to buy those records because those were great. And the movie itself, give me a break. That film was gold. Give me a break. That film was dope. That film represented every vampire film of the 80s. Period. There was no ifs, ands, but about it. That film represented the 80s completely. completely. You had your slasher films, you had your vampire films, sci-fi films was off the net, but vampire films, that belonged to the Lost Boys. I don't care what anybody had to say. Lost Boys was dope. That was dope. And Grandpa was the unsung hero because we didn't know that had it in Grandpa. Grandpa just came in there and said, "You ain't gonna mess with my family. You messed with my family last time, and now I'm gonna have to come in there." That's pretty much what Grandpa was. Grandpa was ready. He was ready. You didn't know where Grandma was the last 2 minutes of the ending, but Grandpa came ready for work. He's like, "No, bro, I know who you are." That's for the whole film. The whole film was dope. Grandpa was a hero, and Lost Boys is the best film of all time. I don't give a damn. You can sue me, whatever. Period. I don't care. I don't care. That film's dope. I don't care. Sue me. Sue me. Anywho, coming in at my favorite, because I mentioned it, Howling. Now, I'm not talking about part one Howling. Hear me out. Hear me out. I know that people gonna look at this as like, did she just say what I think she said? Yes, I did. I'm gonna hear me out. And I know people are gonna probably start getting fights. This is my opinion. We're all love, we're all hardwood people here. But The Howling is overrated. There I said. Howling 2 is underrated. Howling was okay. It went up against the one and only Jolene's masterpiece, horror comedy, because that shit was funny as hell. American Werewolf in London. It came out the same time. And that was when you said, "Oh, ain't that the same guy that did Animal House?" And people signed, they were like, "Oh, you up against them." I mean, I even think that even the film got nominated for a damn Oscar for special effects. Not The Howling. That's when people were like, "Yeah." No, I mean that's the reason why. I'm sorry. Howland didn't do it for me. Howland did not do it for me. It was a little bit confusing. The ending was pretty much shocking, you know. But we all sat there. It was like, oh, they came out around the same time as American Werewolf in London. And you sit there and you say, "Bro, how you gonna come out around the same time as this? This doesn't work. It does not work. It's bad. It's a bad. Look, I know I don't like to be the person to say this, but American Werewolf in London is the best werewolf film ever. However, 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 part two was better. Part two had like kind of a grungy 80s, rock kind of thing coming out because it was coming out right around the same time as Lost Boys. So they both kind of had that kind of pop, edgy nightlife kind of thing to it. What is it, Sean? That's my cat, y'all. What are you doing, Sean? Let me Sean. I'll say hello to the camera. This is my cat, y'all. Say hello, Sean. Oh, now he don't want to be on camera. Sean. I know all y'all like, what the door opening for? Now that's my cat. Sean. I don't know how to pick up my cat because I don't. Everybody, please show me how to pick up your cat. Shady. He's in my room. Shady, you want to see on camera? Oh, yeah. I don't know how to pick up my cat. So please. Oh, now you want to run away. Now I want to pick you up. This is my cat, y'all. His name is Shorty. Come on. Oh, now you interrupted my stream, and I'm gonna try to show you online. Now you don't want to be online. And now you want to follow for. Don't give me that look. This is my cat, everybody. Check it out. Shorty! Look. My poor cat. Okay, guys, so I gotta end the stream. I'm gonna shoot a whole live video because everybody seems to be coming in, so everything. But stay tuned. I'm gonna make a whole new video. So until then, love you guys, smooches, and I'll see you around. Thanks.